I'd be of the opinion that if we sort of had to reboot this show in the off-season, we could just put Hose in as the producer and she could panel at the same time.
Yep.
Then we could get rid of Snorkel permanently. All right, now we've already... The social media goes nuts, Bristle, when we do this because everyone listens. It's an extraordinary listening base we have, millions. Not only here in Melbourne, but worldwide. And one of them is Wayno from down in Bitton, who just was listening before and has already, Nave put the inquiry in. Something I don't know. What was that Duck was trying to say? So we've gone back and had a listen ourselves. Here you go, Wayno.
Do it.
Hope that's cleared it up.
I
had PT sitting over there going something like this. I don't know what I was doing.
It's a bit like Do Diddy Jim from BT, the Good Sports.
What we need to do is speak to Luke Hodge, who's a superstar and, of course, part of the Triple M footy family. Now finished his glorious career. And so much has already been said about that, Nath, that we don't have to go through it again. Norm Smith medals ×2 and 4-time premiership captain and all the rest of the stuff we know. So what we need to find out is what he's been up to since his glorious career is finished, because something came across my desk, Duck, that I quite simply don't believe.
Yep.
And that is that the final Mad Monday of one of the great Mad Mondayers, the boy from the Western Districts, Luke Hodge, might have gone slightly the wrong way. Hodge, are you on the line?
Yes, mate, I'm here.
Is this true?
Mate, well, on Mad Monday, the club had meetings and stuff, so we went out for a bit of a feed.
They wouldn't have bothered you, though, because you retired.
Yeah, I stayed in bed. I slept the whole day. But the next day, the Tuesday, the boys caught up, and we caught up the old Rising Sun and had a few beers. There was nothing out of the ordinary.
What was your input into that?
I got there at a very similar time as the other boys, and I...
Yeah, but what time did you leave?
I left about 10 o'clock. 10 p.m. Mightn't have started till 4, but I got hit down with a bit of tonsillitis after the first 2 nights, and I was no good. The body can't handle it anymore.
Tonsillitis. The great Luke Hodge was flattened by tonsillitis.
JB, don't you start. I saw you walking in a moon boot yesterday. What's wrong with you?
I haven't got the boot yet, Hodgie. I'm putting it off.
You sure?
Yes, only because I knew I'd run into blokes like you, and I couldn't stand the thought of having to explain it to a superstar.
Mate, I'll prefer tonsillitis and walking around in a moon boot, mate.
Hodgie, can you see yourself drifting back into that little sort of pudginess that you came into the game with now that you've retired?
I'll try not to, but mind you, a few of the boys have commented that at our reunion next year I'll be bigger than Stuart Jew.
Boy.
That's a good 30 kilos in about 6 months. So look, I'll try. I've got a few mates, and I think you learn as you go. You learn what you can and can't eat. And, no doubt the genes will get tight at some stage, but hopefully I'm smart enough or disciplined enough to keep it off.
Hodgie, when you finished your final game, had you been worded up by anyone, or did you finish and turn around and suddenly see Luke Ball and Chris Judd and think, what the hell are you two doing here?
I may have been worded up. But mind you, there was that many things that got thrown around that week, which we sort of shut down and said yes or no. So I didn't know what was actually going to happen. So it was good to have a chat to Ball and Jody. Jody actually looked a bit nervous out there.
I thought he did.
How did you feel about his questioning was?
I thought Judge Jody was well more advanced than his questioning out there after the game. I actually thought he was nervous. For the first time ever, Juddy on the footy field, I thought he was a little bit nervous.
I'm told he was late in getting down onto the ground. He thought he was... Well, as Hodgie said, Judge Juddy, and he could just access anywhere. And I'm told that he got held up at several gates on the way through.
I thought Luke Ball was the pick of the two of them.
Yeah. Are you working for anyone anywhere over the final series, Hodgie?
I'm actually doing the Sydney Essendon game with Channel 7 up there, so it should be good. Hey, I'm on the phone, buddy. I'm on the phone. Sorry. I'm doing a little bit looking after the kids as well. So I'll Channel 7 have given me a go at calling the Sydney Essendon game. So hopefully Bud can do a little bit of the same as what he did last week.
And New York Marathon is in your sights for next year?
Yeah, I think that's had a bit more airtime than what I was expecting. I went for a run the other day, and the body didn't like it. The knee seized up. And that was after about 6K. So there's only an extra 36 on top of it. But I've got a few mates that are doing it, which hopefully gets us all through. And
Gibbo interests me, Hodgie. He's turned into a leather chap wearing, a Kubra hat wearing, weirdo horse freak.
I It was a fair surprise last year when the boys said that Gibbo's got photos up on his Instagram of him riding horses, where he hadn't spoken about horses his whole career. So I'm not sure where that came from, but I think it's a passion. It was a way for him to get away from football, but it did take a few of the boys by shock.
Well, it's a little bit like you, Hodgie, with the Speedway, because I'm the voice of Speedway here in Australia, particularly when it comes to the Grand Prix world scene, Damo.
Yeah.
I'm told you love Speedway, a la Jason Crump, Chris Holder, Jason Doyle style.
I'd say it's more my son takes over than myself. Every time we come into to the TV, he's always got some form of racing on the TV. So I'd say Coop's got the obsession a little bit more than what I do.
Your love of it too, Hodgie, may be genuine or organic, whereas BT's is purely commercial.
Well, no, it's coming up at Etihad Stadium very, very soon.
Correctly.
Around
And you've got to deal with Etihad Stadium.
Hey, Hodgie, can you just ask Coops whether he wants to meet Luke Hodge?
Yeah, he's nicely been asked that before and denied it. So the Duck was nice enough to ask Coop if he would love to see Luke Hodge, and Coop said, "Why? That's Dad."
And that was outside the Triple M studio,
I
wasn't
thought
it?
I was just being a nice guy.
Well, enjoy the rest of your first weekend free, and we look forward to catching up soon.
Cheers, guys. Have a good day.